as we go to 3, 4, and 5 red lights for the Texas Grand Prix. Lights out, and away we go for Div 5. The Karma gets a good start compared to Blake. I love that camera angle. As Restored Panda is looking for it round the outside of Blake. He can't quite get it, or can he? He's still alongside on the exit there. Brownness keeping his P4. Deltic up into P5 now. Can Blake look for anything on the run into the S's? Someone else is looking for something back there. Little bit of contact behind by the looks of it. Walker down a couple of positions, but Blake sits now behind Karma, keeping the order that it was after qualifying. Oh, it is a different tyre split today. Brownness Bond starting on the soft tyre, top 3 on the mediums. Lasserdon has just made a move, and there's contact between the V-Carb and the Ferrari. Both are around, losing a couple of positions, and looks like damage for one of them maybe. As that has dropped Brownness down to P14, Lasserdon down to P8. Definitely be a ticket open for that, but Blake goes for the move up the inside of Karma, staying side by side. I hate this camera. Into the sector 3 now. Through that right-hander, Karma gets the better exit from the better line. Blake sits in P2. Restored Panda may be looking for a move going into the next couple of corners. Can't quite get it. Blake's looking very shaky though, as his teammates down into P6. 4-5 for Williams at the moment. I've got to say, they have been patient with 5. There looks to be something going on at the back here. Zorro War and Mini Walker Gaming going at it through the double left-hander now. A little bit of contact by the looks of it, but on the run into turn 1, it looks like Panda will be using a bit of that ERS, maybe sending it on Blake. No, he decides to sit behind, as the gap is nearly a second for the top 3. But that is, ooh, little half spin for Restored Panda there. Maybe a bit of contact with Blake. I didn't actually see that with my own eyes. He is looking strong, I'll give him that. P5 at the moment, but there does look to be a move going for Lasserdon on the inside. Maybe not 1, but 2 overtakes as he gets past Throne Globe and Fanta. Fanta picks up a 3-second time penalty as he loses the position to Throne, or does he? He's hanging it around the outside, and Throne's got in that position. Or no, he doesn't. As Panda's done a very good defence there. Someone at the back will be though. That looks like C6 swapping with Deltic. Throne trying to get it past Panda, and what a dive from a Kadjit. Well, that was not a good dive at all. 2 cars off track. Little bit of contact there. Kadji sees themselves down. Walker's gone off track there. Kadji also picked up a 3-second time penalty. Blake now looking right on Karma's gearbox as he sends it up the inside to start the back straight. He's got the DRS as well. Unless Karma has better straight line speed and more ERS, he won't be able to quite get it on Blake, but he's burning all of his battery and the rest. Blake going defensive to the inside. Will Karma go for it up the inside? No, he won't. Panda sits behind them both. 1.7 to C6 now. Blake defending to the inside. Try and break the toe from Karma. Karma's going to have the ERS to burn. He's sat in none though with the DR. Why is that happening? Panda's gone right up the inside. Little bit of contact, maybe a force off track there. Didn't quite see it from the camera angle, but Panda's up into P2. Walker and Akaji are going at it. Oh, it looked like a little bit of contact there. Brownness has finally got back up to this back, up the inside of Zorro War. He's gotten the move done on them soft compound. He knows he needs to. Akaji and Walker also on the softs, and he's sent it up the inside there as well. He knows he's the quickest of these 3. He just needs to get past them. Maybe work with his teammate a little bit. Akaji, I'm not going to let him pass though. Neither is Zorro Warriors. He attacks him back through that fast right-hander. And he's even going to attack Akaji. This is going to lose some time to Walker as Akaji comes into the pit lane. Possible front wing damage maybe down the back straight, where these guys would most likely be pitting this lap. Karma is going for the move with the DRS. He's gotten past Blake, and Blake will slot him behind. Panda goes for a move on board with C6. No, Panda will just slot behind. Coming across the line, who's going to come out ahead? Will it be Walker or will it be Brownness? It'll be Walker coming out ahead. Brownness has lost the position to Nick Furyman as well on the hard. He'll come out side by side with Akaji. Oh, no, not really much space left there. But they're keeping it side by side through the S's. Brownness has gone for it through the S's, and Akaji has just let him through. But, oh, Oh, huge contact there as something's happened between Blake and Karma side by side on the pit exit. Blake's lost the position because of that. A little bit of contact between the two, but we'll see what that Ferrari car can do. Talking about a Ferrari car, Walker P3 in the championship, he needs to do a lot with this race. And currently after that contact with Lasserdon, he's not doing a lot with it. But he is using that battery that he's got spare. Oh, contact! Or even more contact with the V-Carb and the Haas on the straight. As they're going 3 wide into next corners, Brownist has gotten that perfectly, threaded the needle. Nice move into P11 now, 1.7 back from his teammate. As Zora War gets the position up on Nick Furyman, as he gains a 3-second time penalty as well. So he will be looking to probably use a bit of that to try and stay ahead, breaking the toe, pulls to the left-hand side, now back to the right, onto the racing line. Karma pulls to the inside, he's looking for the move, he's gotten the move done. Will Blake go for a possible switchback? Yes, he will. Into the next right-hander. Can Blake hold it around the outside? He's tried to, he's not been able to. Yes, he has been able to. I was looking at Panda's car. Blake's kept the position on Karma, with Panda now being very close to Karma's rear end, possibly looking to make a move through this next couple of sections. Little taps on the rear end, letting him know he's there. All sliding all over the place for Karma there. That has gotten Lasserdon back within the DRS as he's looking for the move on Panda up the inside of the final corner now. And Peekaboo's got in the position, sorry. Fastest lap as well now for throwing the globe. He's got in the position on Lasserdon and he's going to dive it up the inside of Karma. Both of these guys having 3 seconds, so they both have their own race to try and keep. Karma's gone so wide that Lasserdon's gotten up the inside as well. Will we keep it through the S? It's huge contact into the barrier. That's Karma out of the sprint race. And that is going to be Lasserdon down. Safety car, full course safety car to end this sprint race. That was huge contact as we were going into the S section. He's gone already before the final corner. He hasn't really caught Panda off guard. Going through the final corner, can he gain a little bit of extra time on the exit? Burning battery for both cars. Blake stays ahead, 3.5 then between them two. Peekaboo kind of looked to the inside, didn't really want to go for it though. Blake, we know, is quicker than Panda in this section for the first bit of the race. Can he keep that now going into the second last lap? Penultimate lap this is now, but starting sector 2, both drivers will be burning. Blake has a little bit of a battery advantage, but will counteract the DRS. He pulls to the inside to block the slipstream. Peekaboo's going to the inside even further. Can he make the double pass? He's up the inside of Panda. Kept a wing in there. Panda left him the room, but he can't quite get it. Blake's lost the position to both of them. Seasick Dreads now looking to probably make a move on Blake, but Panda's held that brilliantly through that back straight. Then Peekaboo pushing him through the final couple of corners into this long right-hander. Can there be a change in the lead on the last lap, last sector? Peekaboo's, he's not going to be close enough to hang it around the outside or up the inside, which means Restored Panda is going to cross the line. Now through the final corner, burning to the line, crossing the line. P1 for Panda, P2 for now Blake, P3 for Deltic, 4 for Lasserdon, 5 for Brown's Buns, P6 for Peekaboo, 7 for Zora War, P8 for Seasick Dread, P9 for Walker, P10 for Michael Lewis, P11 for Throne after that second 3-sec he got, and 12 for Bob K. And the race underway, the main race for Division 5 is one of the Ferraris just does not get away. Run into turn 1, Blake then re-inherit the lead that he had in the sprint. Deltic off the inside as well, trying to follow him through on Panda. That is an Aston Martin off, nearly spinning into others. Deltic, who impeded Peekaboo, who got the podium before the 3-second time penalty. Blake already in the lead, 4 temps clear now. Deltic up into P3, and Panda kept that P4. But Brownist just looked like he didn't get off the line at all there. And he's already looking for the move on the Red Bull. Little bit of contact there as the Red Bull goes nearly into the side of the McLaren. Little bit of contact from Amaro on Brownist rear end. Even more contact going onto the run into the main straight as Brownist sets up the move on the inside of Karma. But Amaro cuts the corner trying to set up the move on Brownist as there was even more contact there. But we'll go back up to the front guys. Deltic looking for the move and got on the move on Panda. Probably a little bit of battery burn. We'll have a look at the Delta in a moment, as that is the Red Bull, sorry. Was that a Red Bull? Or am I blind? yeah, the Red Bull, sorry, on Throne Globe, trying to get up into P12. Throne's kept it nicely through there. He'll have the outside for these next couple of corners, but Karma also trying to send it onto the inside of the Mercedes. He can't quite do it. He's going to keep it round the outside of these next double right-hander into the double left. Can they keep it side by side through this section? Phenomenal battle. Throne Globe backs out a little bit, and that's Karma up into P12, but he's dived it into the final corner. Can Throne Globe retake that position on Karma then? He can't. He has sat behind. That has gotten Brown just a little bit closer. Karma's got the position on Michael Lewis. Can he get the position on AVT Michael? He's gotten it. Can Throne Globe get a couple of positions? He's gone up the inside of all four of them, but he can't quite get it, and he gets spun. Half spin for Throne Globe in the McLaren then. Well, not half spin, full spin, as that gets him alongside Nick Fury, man. He keeps position, but that's down to P15 for Throne. That is not ideal for him, as you can see ahead. Brownest to try and make up a couple of positions after that. Not really start. Possibly the Haas car going for the move. No, he won't be going for it, but that is Blake not losing one but two positions. Maybe Peekaboo looking to get the lead of this race. Celtic and Peekaboo going side by side. What was that camera angle? As Peekaboo gets the position, Deltic sits in P2, Blake drops down to P3 on the threat from Panda in P4. As a change up at the top. Panda and Blake going at it through that long right-hander there. Panda's gotten the position on the hards compared to the mediums. But Blake maybe looking up the inside. No, he won't be. Talking about the long back straight. Deltic pulls to the outside. He's going to get the move on Peekaboo. Little bit of battery burn, but Peekaboo's going to try and hold it up the inside going into sector 3. He thinks he's the quicker driver, and he's going to try and show it. And he's going to keep it on the right. He can't keep it around the outside. Deltic has the move, but Peekaboo's gone for the switchback. Little bit of contact there. Tiny snap for Deltic, but he keeps the lead. Peekaboo P2, Panda stays in P3, Blake stays in P4, and Lassiter in P5. 2 seconds now between the top guys. As that's Brownest round. Brownest has round it again, ghosting through cars. I don't know what's happened there. Maybe a bit of contact with another car, but that is him down from P10 to P16 there. I understand it now. I understand it now. Zorro getting the move up the inside of Fanta though. Fanta, can he go for that switchback? He's still alongside through the S section. Will they be side by side for it? It looks like Fanta has to get back down there. But Peekaboo and Deltic back side by side. Can Peekaboo regain it? Can Panda maybe go for the lead for the first time in the main race? He's not going to get it up the inside of Peekaboo, but he's going to get it up the inside and through on Deltic. Can Deltic keep it up the inside through this right hander? No, he can't, but he will be using that to defend from Blake maybe even from Lassiter actually. He had his wing up the inside. Can't quite get the move though. Blake's going to stick it in P4, Deltic P3, Panda P2. And Peekaboo P1. Blake Lowe with the TRS and the battery burn for the run into sector 3. He's going to get the position on Deltic and Lassiter as well up the inside for him crossing the sector 3 mark now. Deltic's going to try and keep it into this right hander. Can Lassiter hang it around the outside? The inside line it is a little bit better here, I have found, but Lassiter has gotten the throttle a little bit earlier. Has gotten that move on Deltic. Blake's back up into the podium positions. Obviously the first person to pit was Deltic. So we'll see where Deltic is in comparison to Peekaboo. He has also had a little bit of traffic, remember that. So Peekaboo then coming out of the pit lane. Will he be side by side with Deltic? No, he won't. He will be ahead, not by much at all. Deltic carrying a lot of speed for that corner. Coming around the final couple of corners. That is a Haas round. Mini Walker off into the barriers by the looks of it. Maybe a bit of contact with another driver. That was a lot of positions lost. Not what the medium runner would want. But yes, that is Blake into the pit lane. Throne needing to stay out another lap so he doesn't double stack with his teammate. The newer tyres by 2. He sends it up the inside of Fanta. Fanta's not even going to battle that much, to be honest. Or is he actually? Because Blake runs wide. I didn't even see that part. That went off the screen. Blake sent it up the inside. He's ran wide. He's missed his braking zone. Oh! Little bit of contact into turn 1 there. Blake. That looks a little bit odd coming from the head steward right there. I don't know what was going on between him and Fanta, so we will see where Panda, the race leader, comes out in comparison to Peekaboo, who was the first person to pit, well, the leader to pit, sorry. He has already passed him in the pit lane, and that is going to be a large gap, but obviously the Alpine will be on the mediums, and so will Zorro in the V-Car. On Deltic, well, Lasserdon come out in respects to Panda. He'll come out side by side with him actually into turn 1. Panda will be able to keep it around the outside. Fanta using a little bit of battery to keep it side by side with Lasserdon through the S section now. Fanta looks like he just backed out a little bit from that. Panda right on Deltic's gearbox. Can he look for the move on the run into turn 1? A lot of battery burn. DRS flap is open. Lasserdon sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. And that's Panda through on there. Can Lasserdon maybe try and make a move after Panda? No, he can't. He's going to get it on the run now. He's derating by miles, way less than 10% battery. But with the DRS, he's now on nothing. He has nothing to use. There's all of Lasserdon's battery gone. That's not what we argued. But that does look to be a spin at the back. Mini Walker is in a wall. That is an end plate on the floor that we can see. Another 3 second for Amaro Espion as well, and that is the Haas missing his end plate. But that is a Haas round. That'll be Mini Walker. Just pit to change that front wing. Didn't damage it luckily, but he is on the softs. He's burning them softs now. And that is Blake battling Zorro and Deltic. Deltic trying to go up the inside. Not sure why he's doing this. He's going to get them on penalties anyway. And so is Zorro actually. The battling is pointless between these guys. The order is made up from the time pens. Amaro Espion has now been disqualified from the Grand Prix for too many time penalties. That's not ideal for the Kick Sauber driver. Peekaboo, he got kicked out. I think he got kicked out of Alpine. I'm not actually sure what happened there. Something happened between him and Alpine. He's gone from Alpine to Aston Martin. Round the final 2 corners now. He has raced brilliantly from last place on the grid through the sprint up into third, now into first to end the Grand Prix. Peekaboo has won it on track, but after penalties, it will go to Restored Panda in P2. Across the line, it will win the Grand Prix. Lasserdon in P2. Peekaboo will be demoted to P3. Blake across the line on P4, but Zorro into P4. Deltic into P5. Blake will get P6 after it. Not the race he would have hoped for. C6 Red will cross it in P8, but Throne will gain that position up into P7 now. So C6 P8. Thrown up into P7 after the penalties. Brownish now across the line, 18 seconds back from the rest. Not the race that P3 in the championship would have hoped for. But he will have his teammate Walker finishing in P10. AVT Michael with 9 seconds of penalties will come across the line around the final 2 corners now with 9 seconds of penalties to cross it into P11. Fanta around the final corner, P12 after that unlucky spin. Bov K will get him actually on penalties. P12 for Bov K, 13 for Fanta. Michael Lewis round in the final corners, last person to cross the line for P14 this race. What a race that was. Well done for Peekaboo. What a drive in P1 there, starting last in the grid. I did not mean to bring that up, my bad lads.